You know, can I really feel like I need to talk about this about the Sonic fandom because I'm getting kind of angry about this. Everybody's getting mad. Like everybody's saying, "Oh, Sonic Blitz got canceled because they used unauthorized characters in the game." No, shit just falls apart. I love how some modern Sonic fans are spinning that around like it's their fault because they use characters that they own. Me, Alex, and the others have found out that Sega does own the Freedom Fighters. So my whole thing is, no. We gonna talk about this because I'm tired. All right, I am tired of us against y'all. It's so stupid, man. Oh, you grew up with Sonic X. We grew up with fucking SATM. Like, bro, why are we keeping score, man? Like, who fucking cares? Okay, I like Archie. Y'all like IDW. I like SATM. Y'all like X. Who cares? God damn. The Sonic franchise has existed for years. So yes, there are going to be older fans who will latch on to the older stuff. There are going to be people who latch on to the Archie comics because it's close to what they know. But I always hear the snidest comments from everybody else, like, "Oh, you older fans don't know what you're talking about." Sonic's gonna exist longer after we're all dead, and there's probably gonna be new fans and like newer things that the franchise does after that. And then you guys are gonna feel what we feel. It it will happen. The fact of the matter is, we all need to stop fucking fighting each other over the same shit. About people liking the freedom fighters, about people get like one person one person on Twitter was like, it's called Earth, not Mobius, woo! And to that person, I want to just say, okay, now it's called Earth, but the Sonic freaking universe said everything is canon. So, at the end of the day, who the fuck cares, man? We're Sonic fans. But no, we always gotta fight with each other. We always gotta do divisions. We always gotta fucking prove which one of us is better, which nostalgia is greater. Bro, we all have our favorite Sonic stuff. We all have our favorite Sonic gameplay. We all have our favorite Sonic everything. Who fucking cares? The simple fact of the matter is that y'all act like your shit is better than our shit, and then we got some people on our side acting like Sonic and Sally and everybody else was better than our side. At this point, at my age, I just don't care anymore. I like the Freedom Fighters. I'm not gonna justify it to a bunch of people who don't want to understand or don't want to listen. Because I'm just like, who cares anymore? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We're the ones keeping those characters alive through our fan works, through our fucking fan games and fan mods and all the other shit. I don't care anymore. Because I'll like whatever the fuck I like. You'll like whatever you like. But disrespecting the American Sonic stuff and saying the artwork shouldn't be celebrated just because you have a preconceived notion of why you don't like it. I think that disrespects the person who made the art in the first place. Everyone want to talk about AI art, but the moment the one old Sonic art comes, y'all wanted to attack the American art for what? It exists. You can't really change it. You can't go back in time. And what really pissed me off. Another thing that used to piss me off was HM Shadow going like, "You can't change it as much as I'd like to because, I don't like Sally and all them." Let me just say this. Yeah, I know this man basically apologized for it, but I'm gonna say this to everybody else. The old stuff in Sonic exists, okay? It exists. You can't stop it. You can't stop us all from remembering it. You can't change the past. And I'm not telling you you have to respect us or anything because I know that's never gonna happen. We can't fucking side. The only time we've ever really sided with each other was during the whole fucking IGN thing. Now, for one solid moment, us Sonic fans found unity in each other. Something I hadn't seen since I was a kid. And that was a long, long time ago. But I'm so tired. I was looking at this one person was like, see, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna start happening. Yeah. Like, why do y'all feel the need to just kick us? Huh? Why do you feel that? Why do you feel that anger? Why do you feel that vitriol? Why do you feel that vitriol in your heart to just attack us? That's what I don't get. We're all the same. We're just we like different eras. Y'all y'all act like just because Blitz is gone, we're just all gonna disband. Nah. We're all gonna like what we like. And you don't have to understand why we like what we like. Y'all can go back to liking what you like. But if some of us are excited about something, you idiots shouldn't try to jump on it and shit on us for getting excited if the freedom fighters do come back and all this other shit because literally you modern fans get catered to more than we do. All right? So I don't even know where this freaking vitriol of these old characters really comes from because you guys get everything basically. We gotta fucking make shit ourselves because we know Sega doesn't really want to do anything. And there's so many other characters in the modern Sonic canon. There's no way to really fit the Freedom Fighters or any other characters in cleanly. So it's like we know the score. But y'all always gotta rub it in like, oh, look at this. Oh, but one day, y'all gonna be in our position. Y'all gonna be in that point because what if they change everything? What if everything gets rebooted? Y'all gonna be just like us trying to champion for like Amy and everybody else to come back, and then they'll do like new characters. It probably wouldn't happen, but if it did, that'd be a little touch of irony. And then you'll have newer fans telling you to shut up, and that would be so. And I'll just be an old man going, look at the modern Sonic fans. They're dealing with the same thing we had to deal with. And then my my darling girlfriend, who will be my wife at that point, be like, "Honey, you don't need to keep going with that." And I'd be like, "Ah, dear, I'm gonna keep going with that as long as I feel like. Now they know how it feels." Either way, it's just like either way, it's just like at this point, like the fact that you guys keep rubbing dirt in our eyes after everything, it just pretty much shows that you guys are not happy with just other Sonic fans existing. Y'all have to be the only ones. It's weird because SNEM and Archie fans ain't really even doing anything to you except for Larry. Larry's just being an idiot for the sake of being an idiot. How the like modern Sonic fans, American Sonic fans, JP Sonic fans. Honestly, how does Larry think that regular Sonic game like this has been sticking with me ever since I saw Sonic Rush's videos? Larry believes that Sega games ain't real Sonic games. And I'm like, what is a real Sonic game to this man? That's what I don't understand. What is a real Sonic game to that dude? Sometimes there are just people from our side of the we don't claim Larry, to be honest. He's like a rogue. He's on his own shit. Either way, folks, it shouldn't matter whether I like Sally and you like Amy, or people like Julie Sue and I like Laura Sue, or anything like that, man. Because at the end of the day, we're all Sonic fans. Whether any of you want to see that or not, we all came to this fandom. We all started this fandom together because we all love a blue hedgehog, man. And I feel like a lot of us forget that with all this fucking tribalism and all this shit about fucking Ian Flynn and Kim Penders and all this other shit because we all like the same thing. It's just in slightly different ways. It's kind of like the Ocarina of Time. It's kind of like the Ocarina of Time thing with Brennan Floss and Demon Tomato Dave, man. Like we're all just fans of stuff just in slightly different ways. And it's just so stupid that we always gotta keep fighting each other for no reason. On fucking Twitter of all reasons, where people just wanna fight for the sake of it because they know they're unhappy. And the only thing that makes them feel any modicum of actual excitement when they're fighting with people on the internet. And it's annoying and it's tiring and it's stupid. Because no one wants to just ask the question, hey, maybe I shouldn't think about this. These people like Sonic as much as I do. No, every time you talk about Sally, we got like one of these younger Amy fans losing their minds, losing their shit, getting angry at us older fans for even so much as suggesting Sally. Like bringing her back will signal the end times for every other female character. And I've seen the little memes of everybody just going like, "Oh yeah, see, the Sam characters are in the trash," and I'm like, the fact that you made an edit about that and you spent time on that just to piss us all off really just shows that you waste your potential and your time just because you hate people that much. People you don't even know that like a different part of Sonic that you never really liked in the first place. And you're dedicating your whole fucking post to it. I see that shit with I've seen that shit with that one dude, Lava Ray. That man be talking about how much he hates Surge, how much he does this, how much he does that. It's fucking annoying, bro. Focus on other characters, other things in your life rather than just hating on one character from the IDW comics. Wow. Shows that you really have nothing outside of your own hatred. See, this is why I have other fandoms that I know are awesome and cool and are really welcoming. The Homestuck fandom is very welcoming to me. I ain't never had a bad thing to say about no one in the Homestuck community. The fact that I like DC comics and stuff, and the Disney Afternoon fandom has just been rising ever since Dynamite Comics. I love Sonic, but sometimes the fandom just makes me go, I'm glad I like other fandoms. I'm glad that other fandoms treat me with a little bit more respect than this. While everybody sits here and goes, when's the next Sonic game? Why won't Sega tell us anything? I'm just sitting here going, I'm out here playing Fantasy Star Online and I don't really care. I'm having a good time. Praying to Sega to give you more blue hedgehog and you don't have patience, so you're gonna make a scene. Like that's the Sonic fandom in a nutshell right now. I'm just like, hey, the movie's coming next year. We may get some stuff about Sonic this December because the Game Awards. I don't care how anybody feels about it. I'm still gonna sit through it, man. Because I do like the Game Awards, even though it may not mean anything and it's kind of meaningless. Because the year when everybody kept voting for The Last of Us pretty much showed that it was meaningless. But I'm still gonna be there. Fake fake tux fake tux T-shirt on my body. That's what I'm going. That's what I'm going to do. Also, while I'm here, so yeah, the Sony blackout is happening, and it's just like I don't think it's gonna work because most people Some people are just like, I don't care, digital media all the way, and I'm just like, okay. When Sony fuck, when Sony, when Sony has y'all over a barrel, and we've already left, and y'all are doing the same thing we're doing, I'm just gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh so hard, and it's gonna be so loud, and it's gonna just be, it's gonna reverberate off of everything, and that's gonna be the only thing you hear. Because we should have the option to have physical or digital media. Digital should not be the default. And Sony feels the fucking pain, man. And I can't, and I'm just enjoying it. They can stick their whole entire body into the ground all they want, but they're starting to feel it. Almost like maybe focusing on digital may have not been such a good idea. But whatever. Personally, the only thing I'm using my PlayStation for is Tokon and Dreams. That's pretty much it. Because a lot of people are making good shit in Dreams, and I'm just like playing it. Yeah, there's like a new Sonic game that has like Surge in it. And I'm like, It's coming out in chapters too. I'm like, That Courage the Cowardly Dog game I was playing. I'm like, This kind of reminds me of that one point and click one. I don't know if the dude actually has like actual inspiration for that, but I'm like, this is kind of cool. Oh yeah, more videos are coming. I got Sin Maker and Slayblade, so there's gonna be videos on that. I just wanted to take a minute because I'm kind of done with the video, but I wanted to just kind of say that before I go. Um, to me, the Sonic fandom will always be the biggest bastion of creativity and fun when you know where to look. But I just don't stick with the Twitter side of things because I remember I had one Sonic fan dude that I used to talk to, and all that man ever did was complain. This man was out here talking about Sonic. Okay, before I get out of here, he was talking about Sonic Racing Crossworlds will never be as great as Sly Cooper, and I just sat there and was like, you know what? I'm out. My mic wasn't even on because we were in those like Twitter space things where you just you know request to talk. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. This is stupid. But that was Slashy in a nutshell. That motherfucker just sat there and always complained about everything. And it was just the most stupidest shit in the world because at the end of the day, when you're just sitting there complaining and not actually trying to engage with anything, I mean, are you even a fan? Or are you just a guy who's bitching and moaning for the sake of bitching and moaning? Worse than Lava Ray, who's just hating everybody and everything if they don't like what he likes. It's just stupid. I love Sonic, but I ain't gonna be like these fans who constantly want to act like we're owed something because we are Sonic fans by default. It's stupid. And I'm a Deltarune guy too, so there's that. But even they got their ugliness. They get crazy when the theory is wrong, and they'll actually be like, "You were wrong. You were wrong." And I'd just be like, why do you give a shit if the theory is wrong? We're making these during between chapters, you fucking moron. Of course they're gonna probably be wrong. They're not all gonna sync up. It is what it is. Dumbasses. And when some of us do get the theory right, we're gonna be cool. If you want my opinion about the Roaring Knight right now, it can be anybody really at this point. There's stuff for Rudy, there's stuff for Carol, there's stuff for Chris and Noel. There's stuff for Azrael. Hell, there's stuff for Papyrus for all we fucking know. It could be anybody. The Roaring Knight could even be you. But Other than that, I got nothing on that, and I'm not gonna display my evidence board just yet. I'll do it tomorrow. Pigs, let chaos grease everybody.